Lou was like, yeah, and this is Marissa. She looked me up from y'all, from my white toes all the way to the tip of the top of my damn head. She was looking at me crazy. I said, damn girl, do you know me? She said, oh, why you say that? I said, because you eyeballing me hard from head to toe. Like, what's up? So Delu looking out to the side like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not like, let's address it. What's up? Hey everyone, welcome to my channel.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you.
Okay. Welcome back to the pretty. Welcome back to the Pretty Podcast channel. I am your lovely host and I guess content creator, Marissa H. So I'm back with another one, as y'all could tell by the title. Another story time, part 2 to Not Another Weird Friend. Okay. So if y'all remember where I left off at, she definitely dished us for that. I can't say that, but that service provider. So basically, once she had said that she was finna go be with him, me and D and the rest of the girls were like, okay, we just gonna carry on. We had our girls' day, had a good time, all of that. Now, let me tell you what I did not like, though. So we ended up going to this spot, the Domain. If you in Austin, you know exactly where that's at. So we go to a couple bars. And the thing I didn't like was she kept calling me while we were out. Anybody that know me, especially my friends, they know Marissa not gonna answer that phone when she out. She's just not. She might text you, but she's not gonna answer that phone. Y'all, she didn't call my phone about 4 times. We didn't went to 2 bars already, but she didn't call my phone about four times. So I didn't answer. Then we at the bar, D like, I was like, what's wrong with you? He like, she keep calling. I said, who? Right? Cause you gay. So who you talking about? And he like, delusional. She keep calling me. Delu keep calling me. Instantly annoyed. So I'm not gonna lie. I definitely told him like, just go D&D. Don't even respond to her. Cause you with that man. So what you calling us for, right? You ditched us for the man. All right. So that night concludes. We have a great night. Had a blast. Put it all over the stories. Put it everywhere. She just loving it. Loving it. Why you ain't post no plate with that man? Anyway, we're gonna skip past that. So, okay. So time then went by, right? But I remember that night, me and, because D stayed the night at my house. So D was like, I'm going to tell you something. It's not that I don't like her. It's not that I don't think she's a good friend. But I do think that you inspire her in ways that she don't really understand. And she ain't never had a friend like you, like versus me and you been friends for like damn near a decade. So I get you. I understand you. I feel like she does certain things that end up pissing you off because she's not necessarily trying to copy. She's just more so inspired, but she end up doing it anyway and don't realize how it pisses you off. And she don't see nothing wrong with it. So maybe you should just talk to her. Y'all, I absolutely wasn't finna do that shit because I feel like we grown, and at the time she was older than me. So I felt like, I said at the time, she always gonna be older than me. Anyway, but I felt like, you know what you're doing. Because if I could identify in other people around us, like our other mutual friends, our other people that we know, they can identify that you being a weird bee, then you know that you being a weird bee, okay? I don't need to explain that to no grown woman. But I did tell him, like, I'm going to take my time. It could just be me. I do have friend trauma. Let me just see how things pan out. So her birthday wasn't too long after that. And so she was going to plan a trip to Cancun. I absolutely said I wasn't going to spend my ducats to go because the way you been standing, because really, y'all, I'm not even counting this other time she stood me up after that. So 2 stand-ups, I'm good, baby. Let me recharge. I'm pissed. Okay? I'm not in the mood for your BS. So I didn't go. But I told her, like, I would send her a gift, which I did. She was sending me pictures while she was in Cancun, all of that. So she calls me the night before she come back, and she on the phone, like, basically crying about the service provider. Remember the service provider that be playing in her damn face? Right. Keep up. So I'm like, what's wrong? Like, why are you crying? This, that, and the third. Do y'all remember in the story last time when I told you, she said, he don't know he gonna be my man, but that's my man, and he finna be my man. And I told y'all that I really didn't understand that or resonate with that because what? Okay, now fast forward to this. She basically telling me that they have been seeing each other damn near every day, that he's been staying the night at her house, he been keeping clothes over her house, and that they spend a lot of time together, like even around her kid. And I'm just like, well, that don't sound right. Like I'm a little confused, but whatever. So then she starts telling me why she really crying. They get into an argument. This man sent her videos of him getting, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what? What you say? And she's like, yeah, he sent me videos, and that's exactly what was going on. That's exactly what he was doing. And it was a clear girl. Y'all know what clear mean. Keep up. And I was like, I mean, that don't even matter. Are you trying to tell me that he sent you a video like you can full on hear it and see it? She said, I could hear it and see it. I let her vent and let her just do whatever. But in my mind, I'm thinking, we knew this about this man and we knew what type of man he was before you even went. But I'm going to be a supportive friend and I'm going to just let you get it off. Again, y'all, I really don't be judging. I'm finna judge later in this story and I'm finna tell y'all. Okay. So she get back. I was like, let's go for drinks or whatever. She stood me up again. I said, okay. I don't do well with shit like that. Damn, I cussed before. Anyway, so everything was kind of like kosher, because then I remember she ended up inviting me to a family function. So like I got to see her mom and like her cousins and her dad and stuff. And they, again, real cool people. Loved them down. Now, when she came back into town, she decided that she was going to do birthday events for everybody that couldn't go to Cancun. Cool. She got this friend. We're going to call her Buck, because that's what that mouth looked like. I don't like it. Anyway, so the friend named Buck, you know how you meet a person and you like, demon. Like, I instantly felt that as soon as I met her, like, yeah, I ain't jacking that, like, whatever. So we were finna go to a karaoke bar and we was gonna go out to the club, right? Now, mind y'all, I want y'all to keep this in mind. This ain't my club partner. Delu is not a clubber, okay? Around this time, I was an outside girly, you feel me? But I know how to be inside too, but I was really an outside girly. Okay, so she like, everybody meet at my house. We can all take one car or whatever. So I'm like, well, it's your birthday. Still kind of, that's the theme. I'm going to drive. Like, it'll be okay. I'll drive. She's like, you sure? You would do that for me? And I'm like, yeah, I would. So go over there. Again, I don't fuck with the South Side. I don't be on the South Side, but I went. I get there, she got little hors d'oeuvres and stuff, other cousins, other friends, and they are cool. They chill. They got a good vibe. They dress cute. I could not, everything was lit. And I love being around other pretty women. It just does something to me, Y'all, Buck came through that door looking crazy. And like, she's introducing or whatever. And so Delu was like, yeah, and this is Marissa. She looked me up from my white toes all the way to the tip of the top of my damn head. She was looking at me crazy. I said, damn, girl, do you know me? She said, oh, why you say that? I said, because you eyeballing me hard from head to toe. Like, what's up? So Delu looking out to the side like, I'm like, yeah, because I'm not, like, let's address it. What's up? She's like, no. She's like, I feel like I know you from somewhere. I said, really? You don't look familiar to me. She's like, no, I feel like I know you from somewhere. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Fuck. Like, don't be looking at me like that. So I decided that, because I'm one of them ones, I always pack an outfit or two just because you never know what you're finna do, right? So I had some different heels and a dress in the car. And so I seen what her cousin was putting on and what she was, and what the Delu was putting on. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go change my fit around a little bit. So I go get the dress, I get the heels, I come back, right? I go in the bathroom, I get dressed, I did my little brows, I put on my little light beat, you feel me? And y'all, this was back when I wasn't even beating my face hard for it because I didn't really know what I was doing, okay? So I come out the bathroom, Buck is in the living room, she on her phone, like head in her phone like that. She look up, she look at me, she's like, oh, that's how we dressing tonight? I laugh, because I don't know you and I really don't know how to take that, so I'm going to just keep it pushing. So Delu was doing her hair, and she was like, Fred, you look pretty. I like that dress. I like that dress. Honorable mention, this is a dress that I showed her before and she ended up telling me she was going to get, but I ended up getting it before she had even told me all that. So I already, because she was looking at me kind of like, bitch, I wanted that dress. Honorable mention. Okay. So I'm just like kind of like dancing like, you see me, you know, everybody know my personality is very big, just like the body, okay? Like that's just how I'm giving it up. I think I'm that girl because I am. Okay. Buck over there, she like, I might need to go back home and change because I didn't know we was finna dress like that. I said, how am I dressed? What is it like that? She's like, you're just dressed up. I want to say this. Y'all know them 980 dresses that Forever 21 used to have and they was all a solid color or they had the stripes going down the side? And y'all know them $4 flip-flops that be at Old Navy? Yeah, that's what she had on. I'm never judging nobody for what they wear because do what you gonna do, but I'm gonna always do what I'm gonna do. And it's gonna be that. And that's all I'm gonna say. Like, I don't think I'm better than nobody, but you giving a lot of like weird ass comments about how I'm dressed versus how you're dressed versus how everybody else is dressed. Babe, it was a birthday. Come on now. Like, what, you know? So I'm already looking like, okay, I'm mad at Delu because you didn't tell me you had no weird ass homegirls. So now I got to deal with these clucks for the rest of the night. Okay. She really was the only weird one. Her cousin was a little weird, but like, weird enough I can handle. What do they call it? An approachable type of weird. I can deal with that. The weird animosity, you acting like I didn't, you know, slept with your man type of shit. I don't, what? So, okay, we go to the karaoke bar. We having a good time. Overall, it ended up being a good night. Was Buck still being weird and her teeth was bucking? Yes, that's absolutely what happened. So then we decided to go to the club. Now, here's where things get a little interesting. I believe in club etiquette. One of my rules when you go out with me, not even a rule, but like I feel like you should follow it because that's what most people do. Why is you all in a DJ booth? Even if you do know that man or that girl, why is you all in a DJ booth? Being at the DJ booth longer than like 5-10 minutes is actually crazy. Actually very fanned out. So we went up in there. I was like, let's get a section. Me and her cousin was like, we'll split it. I want to say we was with 7 people. Excluding the birthday girl. We did not want her to pay for nothing, and we was the only ones that wanted to pay. So I'm already having an attitude like, okay, they rude, it's animosity, it's giving broke. It's a lot going on. So, okay, Buck go over there. She talking to the DJ booth dude. She just over there like, just doing the most. And I'm like, I got my drink, so I'm just like, I ain't gonna even, because I might not see this girl no more after this. So we ended up having a good time or whatever, but she kept coming back like, yeah, the DJ, like she always had something to say about the DJ. And I'm like, girl, did nobody ask you that? And I don't care. I don't care about you. Anyway, so we leave, we go back to Delu house, kind of like not breaking down, but like kind of decompressing after all the events. We kind of like wrapping up the night, talking about the night. And then she was telling us to take some of the food she had in the kitchen home. So while we all over there doing that, she was like, yeah, this was going to be a good night. This was a good night. I didn't know how it was going to go because, you know, I don't know everybody. And, you know, people are different. People have different ways. By the end of all of that, she ended up trying to get my Instagram, right? So I let her follow me. I didn't follow her back because I don't really care. I'm lying. I did follow her back. I didn't like what I saw, so I got up off of there. That's what happened. I don't follow her. So then now put a pause right there. So that's the birthday. That's the birthday, okay? Now, we going into summer, okay? So I'm one of the girls that's like, friend, come with me here. Let's do this. Let's hang out, especially if I know, like, you kind of been going through it, this, that, and the third. So Delu kept telling me how she has left the service provider alone, and I'm over there like, please, you know, because what? But she had started talking to this new dude. Now, I want to say this. She kept this motherfucker anonymous for a long time. And I felt like that was weird because I ain't gonna lie, for a minute, I'm like, is you fucking my nigga? Like, what's tea? Like, let me know, you know? But she wasn't. No shade. She couldn't. Niggas fuck anything. Anyway, so she kept keeping him anonymous. So we keep trying to we keep hanging out. We doing stuff. And I still kind of notice like she doing shit like me. She copying me. She taking on a lot of my mannerisms. It's actually fucking scaring me. But at the same time, I'm like, I think it's me. Like, I was very kind of shaky on my intuition around that time because I have a bad habit of like listening to what other people say about me around that time. Like, no, you're overthinking it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna adopt that thought. I probably am overthinking it, right? I was not. So now we into summer. No. Yeah, we were into summer. So she ended up having like a little kickback thing, but she wanted all her friends and family to come. So after the family was gonna leave, it was kind of gonna be like our own little kickback. So everything was cool. Everybody brought a dish. We had a good time. We had bottles on Zek. I didn't mess with her other friends. They not weirdos like her or that other girl, Buck. It was a good time. Buck walked up on me in the middle of me talking to the other homegirl. We ain't gonna even give her a name. She don't matter. But she was like, you know what I saw on Instagram? I said, what did you see? And she was like, I seen that you know some people I know. I said, well, we're in Austin. That's probably facts. And she starts naming off these people. She started bringing up some dude stuff. I hate a male-centered woman. So I'm like, what you asking me? I've been drinking. I want y'all to mind. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about 5 whiskey shots and a tequila shot in. I can hold it pretty well, but I'm starting to get a little ignorant. So she was like, I just want to know, how do you know them? I said, what you sound like asking me how I know somebody that don't know that you know me, and vice versa. And you didn't know until you seen on Instagram. And how do you know that I even really know them? She gonna say, well, that's why I'm asking. I said, well, stop asking me stuff. The Luke come over there. Hey, y'all, we finna go. Yeah, break it up before shit get real uglier than her in here, because it felt like an interrogation, and I'm not good with that. Like, I don't even like when my mama asks me more than 2 questions. So it's like, anyway, so that happened. So I had already told Delu, like, hey, like after everybody left, I had stayed behind, helped her clean up and everything. And me and her other homegirl told her, hey, don't bring Buck around us no more. I don't fool with her, none of that. Now, that same night, me and Delu was having a conversation. We was talking about, y'all remember part 1, we was talking about the barbershop owner. So we talking about it. Delu still like, I don't know. He like you vibes. You need to reach out. I said, girl, I'm scared. I don't want to do that. Like, we just talking. So I guess she ended up asking Delu who we was talking about, right? Now, by this time, her son's birthday didn't came up. So now we all at the house for her son's birthday. Why Delu tell me that Buck went to the salon owner, the barber owner, and was like, oh yeah, I heard about you. My 2 homegirls. Who? Al. Who's your homegirl? Don't piss me off in here. I said, she did what? She said, yeah, she said the name. She's like, yeah, she went to him and was like, yeah, I heard about you. And so-and-so and so-and-so was talking about you.
Bitch, why the fuck?
I said, Delu, so who gonna address it, me or you? Because I don't mind. You know I don't mind. She's like, let me talk to her. I said, no, I'm gonna talk to her. So I go confront her. I said, so let me ask you something. When you sat there and heard that conversation, why you just didn't ask who that was in front of both of us? And another thing, why you went back and told, so I'm confronting the whole shit. She like, it wasn't even like that. I said, girl, that's what people say when they be lying. She started laughing. I said, you're laughing and I'm not laughing. So now it's getting tense. So her mama walk over there. She's like, what's going on, baby? I said, I'm just trying to get some understanding. Let's go to the side. So we go in front of the house. She swearing up and down that Delu is lying. That's not what she said. Both of y'all weird. So ain't no telling. Y'all both might be lying on each other. I don't know. So I just basically let her know. I said, hey, we grown. And again, these was like 3 years older than me at the time. So I'm just like, be the example, ho. Like, damn, you know? So, okay. She like, I'm sorry that I think, Delu is under the different impression of this and that. Keep my name out your mouth though, and stop. Don't ever go back and tell nobody nothing I said without me confirming that that's what I meant and that's what I said. Cause like, what? So okay, by this point, it's at the end of summer. It's finna go into fall. I still have been watching this mug copy me, do weird stuff on the internet, steal my mannerisms. And that was getting to the point to where like my other friends are seeing her, meeting her, and they're being like, no, you're not lying. I peep it. Like, what's going on? Is this your best friend for a long time and I just ain't knew? No, it's not. It's not. My friend that I done had for 12 years don't even copy none of my mannerisms or nothing like that. Like, what? So, okay. So remember how I told y'all she's still like not necessarily letting me know who this man is. And at first it didn't really bother me, but then it felt like then she started like her ring that she would wear like, right? She was putting it on her ring finger. And then like a couple weeks later, I seen her post a ring on her ring finger. So I'm like, bitch, did my bitch get engaged? She ain't tell me. Like, so I'm calling her phone. I'm like, bitch, you done got married. You ain't tell me. She like, girl, no. Well, why you post that? What's going on? Now, remember how I told y'all I really don't judge. But I'm judging right here. So she starts telling me about this man, telling me how like they been knowing each other. They was what she say? She's like they high school sweethearts and they this and they that and all of this. And I'm like, okay. Where you meet him? Like I mean like where did you read him as of recently? So she's saying that they had linked back up. He fell in the DMs, all of this, all of that. So she telling me his name now. I ain't gonna lie, and I know y'all gonna be like, you a weird bitch for that. I might have been, but she known to lie. So when she's telling me all of this, she starts bringing up that like he got all these kids. Y'all, as she telling me, I go on the man page. Why it say married? So I'm letting her finish, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say nothing just yet, cause I don't know if she know, but then again, you should know. But then also, I don't know if you do already know and you just don't care. Like, and then that's gonna be an awkward conversation. So I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing right away. But she telling me how like they been had history, and now she telling me how this man is at her house all the time and he got clothes over there. I'm a mother, okay? One thing I don't play about is having different type of people, friends, acquaintances, co-workers, networking friends, men, anything around my kid like that, because you just never know with people, and kids are very like they sponges. They take up energy, they take up space and love, and they get attached. I don't want to deal with that, and I'm not gonna put my kid through that, right? Now, granted, her kid was kind of young at the time, but I just felt like even more reason why like this ain't a kid that you created with him. You probably ought not be having him around him that soon, right? But you a grown woman and you older than me, so you know. So time go on, right? Now she done had a Friendsgiving. The Friendsgiving, everything was cool. Buck did come. Buck was all in my damn face. And then she telling me how she came across this man. And I'm like, why every time I talk to you, it's about some mess or it's like a hating-ass comment? But she said she came across this dude that said that he used to date me. I don't believe that for a minute. I think she was trying to see what I was going to say. I honestly, I don't even remember the dude. She just was being a weird-ass bitch, basically. Okay. Now, 3 days after this Friendsgiving, Duluth called me. It's like 1, 2 in the morning, and that's not her MO. So I answer. I'm like, you cool? She crying. I'm like, what the hell you crying for? What's going on? She starts telling me how she found out that the dude that she been messing with, that's her high school sweetheart, y'all, is married. Now, let me tell you something about me. I don't forget what people say, and I always hold on to it if it don't feel right, and I put it in the back of my mental archive. And then when some shit come up, I'll be like, that's it, connecting the dot, you know. I said, well, I thought you knew he was married. She said, well, I knew he had gotten married, but I didn't know he was still married. She said she looked up his... She said she looked up his marriage license and seen it, and she seen the dates. And she was just so confused. And I was like, well, friend, why are you confused? And she was just like, it's not adding up. Like the amount of time that I've been fucking with him. So now she's telling on herself. I was like, oh, so you've been fucking with him longer than you said. Okay. So she like, and then like him getting married and like we've been on and off for years. I was like, for years? And she like, well, yeah, because like, you know, that's my high school sweetheart. I said, so he married? She's like, yeah, he married to his other high school sweetheart. Excuse me? You can have two high school... Y'all get in the comments. Can you have two high school sweethearts? I don't know. But that's what she said. And I was like, okay. So she basically saying how he comes over there with her and he's saying how his BM is so horrible and what all men say. And he's keeping the kids from him. She's keeping the kids from him. And she put him on child support and he got to do what she say because if she did the typical shit, right? And I ain't gonna lie, Delu, that was my girl until she started being a weird bitch, but like she was very green. So a lot of shit that men would say that's gonna be like, oh, okay, like, no, bitch, get gone. Like, what? So she telling me all of this, and I'm trying so hard not to judge. But one thing I don't play about, I might not judge you for nothing. You can sniff a line of booger sugar in front of me, and I might not judge you. But sleeping with a married man or woman, that's where I draw the line. I don't play that shit. Like, that's somebody that took vows. They done put God in it. They probably got a family. No, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Like, no, absolutely not. So I was like, so what you gonna do now? She's like, I'm gonna ask him why is he finna leave her? Whoa, you finna do what? So y'all, I am literally sitting on the phone like, what the fuck? I done had to pour me some wine at this point. Y'all, she's on the phone telling me how she finna confront him and tell him how he done lied to her. But you knew that. A lot of stuff wasn't adding up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay. Now, put a pin right here, right? Well, this is Thanksgiving. It's about to go into the holidays. All right. I go to HEB. If you in Texas, you know a good old HEB. I go in HEB. I'm running in and out. I got cousins on my daddy side. Some I fool with, some I don't. Whatever. If y'all watching, y'all know I don't fuck with y'all like that. And the ones that I fuck with, y'all know I love y'all. Okay. So I'm way in a different part of town. Nowhere near where Delu stay. Nowhere near where I stay or none of that. Y'all, I'm leaving the store. I hear somebody say, cousin girl. I turn, I look. It's my cousin on my daddy's side, but she got a motherfucker with her. So I'm like, is that who I think that is with her? So I keep walking up because I ain't got my glasses. I ain't got my glasses. Y'all, I'm walking up. Hey, cousin girl, hey. I look to the left. Y'all, why the service provider is with my cousin? But I got to play it cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, Delu used to put me all on her socials. He know who I am. Funny backstory to him, though. I used to work. Ooh, don't say that. Okay, I used to work in this call center. And he used to date one of the managers there. One of the managers during work one time found out that service provider, her boyfriend at the time, was messing with one of the workers there that worked on another team. They got into it on the floor while we got calls and all of that. Girl, she came back like 2 weeks later, took all the pictures of him down, wasn't with him no more. I said, ooh. So he been ain't shit since like 2017. Been ain't shit. So, okay. I'm looking at my cousin. She like, where you coming from? She trying to talk to me. And I just keep looking at this nigga like, why are you with my cousin? Like, my cousin very much, you know how that go. Like, we all let one slip through the crack. Like, some nigga that really don't deserve us, shouldn't be dealing with. He's an imposter. And I'm just like, but how, So she like, I'm going to call you. I'm like, yeah, call me. And he kind of just doing that little smile you do when you know, like, hey, I might have not should have ran into you. Like, and that. So I'm like, this is some crazy shit. Now, I'm still doing my thing, whatever. Like, I think by this time, I had ended up dating somebody, and, like, my daughter was, like, doing the extracurricular. So I'm more busy than I normally was. And my sales was booming out the gym around this time. So, okay. Delu hit me up, like, a couple weeks then went by and talked to her. She didn't hit me up. She called me. I'm on my back porch. I'll never forget this. She called me, and she like, girl, I just need to vent. I said, okay, don't you always? Like, just vent. Like, it is what it is, right? She telling me about the service provider. I said, what happened to, what we gonna call him? Married man. I said, what happened to married man? She's like, oh, I'm not messing with him. He married, da-da-da. She mad. I'm like, girl, you knew that man was married, but whatever. So she like, me and service provider messed around. I said, y'all messed around? And she like, yeah. I said, well, when was this? She said, like 2 weeks ago. I said, oh, okay. So she telling me how, like, basically they've been dealing with each other on and off since the Friendsgiving. And in this moment, I'm like, why I gotta know shit like this? Like, why I gotta be my cousin? Why I gotta be my friend? This man, like, what? It's too much. But I'm letting her get it off because I'm a good friend. So she like, yeah, and he been acting funny. He gonna tell me the other day. I said, what's the other day? I need specifics because I'm going. One thing you gotta know, I'm going to tell my goddamn cousin eventually. So she was like, well, we been having sex on and off since after the Friendsgiving. I said, oh, okay. I said, but you just seen him last week and a couple days ago. She's like, yeah, it's been that much. I said, okay. So like, y'all had sex last week. She said, yeah. I said, y'all didn't have sex a couple days ago. She's like, well, it was just oral. What the fuck? But I just seen him with my okay. But I'm not saying that. So she's like, yeah. And we were having a deep talk after that. Like, I had cooked for him. I said, why do you always do that? You always trying to cook for a man. And she like, I just, you know how I am. Yeah, you're stupid, but whatever. Okay. Y'all, she starts telling me how service provider had told her, like, you know, if I was going to be with somebody and be in a relationship, you know, even though I'm not ready for that, I know that I'm not the right man for you right now, but I'm working on being a better man for myself. I would date you. I just know that, like, I'm probably not in the best space to be doing that. But when I do, it's going to be you. She said that she went on the Facebook and that he had just posted a picture of my cousin calling her his wife, and it had like 300 likes. Now, mind you, she not knowing this my cousin, so she's like, yeah, some girl, and she and she done got her. That's gonna give it away. But yeah, she sent all this stuff, and she was just like, yeah, and she's a pretty girl. Like, I'm never mad about the girl, you know, like, she's a pretty girl, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, just to make sure that I'm not tripping, right? I'm gonna go look at the page because it could be somebody like that, you know. It's been this many women. It might be somebody else. Yeah, I go to the page. Sure enough, my cousin on there got like 80 comments, people sharing it. What's funny about this was my cousin actually ended up calling him and told him to take that shit down. Well, that's what's so funny. So Delu on my phone tweaking out. I said, oh, wow. She said, are you on there? Do you see that? I said, yeah. She's like, yeah. I'm just like, why you lie? Like, you obviously been dealing with this girl or whatever. Like, she kind of getting hyped up. I said, yeah. I said, well, let's calm down a little bit. She was like, girl, no, I ain't mad. Because, damn, you don't go fuck with a hoe. I said, she not a hoe, though. She's like, girl, do you know her? I said, girl, that's my cousin. Crickets on the phone. Crickets on the damn cellular device. I'm quiet, she quiet. What's that mean with we don't fuck with the dealer, but when he looking at that man, they just is quiet. She was like, your cousin? I said, my first cousin. She said, oh wow. I said, wow. I didn't know what to do. Cause now it's out there, right? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I know y'all like, you wrong as hell. I was trying to keep her talking to see if she was finna talk shit about my cousin. Cause bitch, don't talk shit about no woman over no man. Hate them kind. And I was like, so I got a question. And she's like, yeah. I said, have y'all been on dates? That motherfucker said a couple times. A couple times? You been dealing with him on and off for like a year and a half. What you mean? Okay. I said, so what's the base of y'all relationship for real? I said, because I'm not going to lie. If he posted my cousin, that probably mean I'm not even bringing up how I just seen them, right? Because I could tell she broke her heart on this phone. I could tell soon as I said that, it's like more insult to injury. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to get a little deeper after this, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut it right here. Y'all know I got to leave y'all on a little, what they call that? Cliffhanger. But just know it's going to get progressively worse, and you're going to see why she's not a good friend and why I had to like 86 shorty, and I ain't wrong. But I want to know, get in the comments, like, let's chat. Am I wrong for judging her for messing with a married man? 1. 2, should I have told her that I just seen him and my cousin together, right? And then 3, like, is her weird ass friend, like, am I wrong for coming at her like that? Because why is you being a weirdo to me? Why is you being weird to me? You feel me? Like, I don't like it. So yeah, that's going to wrap up today's story time Not Another Weird Friend Part 2. I'm gonna make sure to put this all in a playlist for you. Hey, hey, you. Subscribe to my channel, please, so I can present quality content to you every Thursday and every Friday. Story times, vlogs, and podcasts. We trying to go up, so go up with me. Make this video go up. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at the Pretty Kitten the Podcast _ at Marissa the Nicole on Instagram. You feel me? Like let's get it going. I need y'all help so I can help y'all and provide y'all with the entertaining what they call it, content. You know, I'm a content girly now. But no, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to my Candy crew that's always coming through. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with your girl. If you new here, make sure to, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, come back. It's going to be some okay? But without further ado, I appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.
You focus on me.